but maybe I'll just end with one question. And we've kind of hinted at it, but I want to just revisit. We talked a little bit about the idea of Christian hope. How do we lead our congregation through it, invite them into the story? But I'm just thinking about the individuals listening right now and their own feeling of hope right now. And I just know that this season for a lot of pastors has been discouraging. You look at the numbers, you look at engagement, and for most, it feels like it's on a negative trend. And there's just uncertainty of what to do. And I think there's just an awareness of some measure of despair, of discouragement. And I just wonder if you could just speak a word of like, what is our hope right now as Christian leaders in this time?
To pastors, I just want to say thank you for your faithfulness. This is a really, really difficult time, and it seems like anything we decide will get hit on both sides or multiple sides. And so there's weariness, there's fear, there's isolation. And I know I'm returning to the book of Revelation a lot. It's the series we're preaching out of as a church. But Revelation 1, Pastor John, he's writing this vision down for the sake of the churches that he shepherds. And right in chapter 1, he describes his own sort of place of, he falls before the Lord as if one who's dead. And Jesus puts his hand on his shoulder and says, don't be afraid. I am the living one. I was dead and am now alive. And he holds the stars. He holds the 7 churches in his hands. And so just to know that Jesus holds your church, Jesus has his hand on you. You have nothing to fear. Jesus stands in the middle of the cosmos and in the middle of the chaos of the situation of our lives. And to know that, and maybe to rest that in this season, there is nothing else we need to do that matters more than beholding Jesus, the risen one, Jesus, the living one, the crucified and risen. And so my prayer for myself, for pastors, is that we would, even in the midst of this, be granted that kind of eyesight that John was granted, to behold Jesus, the crucified and risen one.